You tell me. We need to just give Donald Trump a Nobel Peace Prize so he doesn't get us in any more wars. The guy gets into a war and ends it to say, hey, I started it and I finished it. Now, give me my Nobel Peace Prize. Ladies and gentlemen, war's over. Here we are. Donald Trump just tweeted out 12 minutes ago. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 12 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in progress final missions for 12 hours, which point the war will be considered ended officially. Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel, God bless Iran, God bless the Middle East, God bless the United States of America, and God bless the world. Okay, I'm beginning to understand now, ladies and gentlemen, why Donald Trump was buttering up to Pakistan Asim Munir, an army chief. I get it now. We all get it now. Everything's starting to make sense. It wasn't because of the businesses or the crypto. I mean, that might add a little bit to do with it, but I mean, a little extra boot on a little butter on the bread to get Asim Munir and Pakistan to agree to, hey, let us do something to Iran. Just hang back. And same thing with Syria. Same thing with Saudi Arabia. I mean, just buttering them up for the last 3-4 months. Just man, giving them everything they wanted. Why? Now we know. We're getting ready to go blast Iran. We're getting ready to go take out their nukes. Are we going to do a regime change? I don't think he's into that right now. I don't think he's going to be trying to change the whole world on this one. I think that he just wanted to go and blast out the nukes, or at least show some authority, show some power. I don't know, but maybe you do. This ended quick. Everybody was out there saying, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I kept quiet. If you notice, I haven't been posting any videos on, we're extending a war. I haven't picked sides here. I didn't have enough information on it. Nobody did to choose a side. And I don't like choosing sides. I kind of like, I like India's reflection on this and Jay Shankar. I'm on the side of peace. I'm on the side of not killing people. Whatever, however we can get closer to that, let's get closer to it. And with what Donald Trump has just done, we can get mad at him. Sure, that's the easy thing to do. We can get mad at him. And people think that just because I might post a video here and there that something Trump is doing that I don't like him, I do. I think there's a lot of things Trump is doing great. I voted for him, and I'll continue to support the United States of America, whoever my president is. And I want the best thing to happen for the United States of America and for Israel. Now, whose side are you on? Israel or Iran? Or Israel or Iran? Well, first of all, there's a lot of reasons to be on Iran's side. There's a lot of reasons for history repeating itself with Iraq. We know that was a fluke. We know that the thing with the Saddam Hussein was a fluke. So they weren't going to try that. I didn't want to see them try that with Iran, and they didn't. They started trying. Oh, well, they have, they're so mean to their people, and they just want to kill all the women. I wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying that, or we would have been hearing that for the last 2 years. We've been hearing that about Pakistan, and Donald Trump's getting in bed with them. They are the leading terrorists in the world. Now Iran, as far as the military supporting Hamas, that's all I needed to know. Are they supporting Hamas? Yes, they are. Okay, well then we can't let that happen. We gotta take that out. We gotta stop them supporting Hamas. Stop them from doing it, no matter what, because that after the attack on Hamas, the terrorist attack with Hamas in Israel, that was enough. Are they supporting those people that did that? Yes, they are. Okay. Then go back in history, do whatever you want, but they're supporting the terrorists, and I don't agree with anybody giving tolerance to terrorism, which in turn brings us back to President Trump. He is tolerating terrorists with Pakistan. He's tolerating them. because he's, well, lining up with them and helping them, budget their money to help their economy grow, as well as, those around them and the people in Pakistan. And I get that. I want the Pakistanis to do well. We all do, because there's a lot of good Pakistani people out there, more good than bad, I do believe. And we don't agree with the Islamic State. You have to go under Sharia law. No, I think that everybody is right to feel secure in their own person and worship who they want to worship. Because I'll tell you, if Christians are being killed anywhere right now in the world, it's usually because Pakistan's terrorists or trained terrorists are come from that region of Pakistan. But Iran, they throw the bucks, they throw the bombs, they do these things against Israel, which, I mean, daily in defending Hamas. So I wanted that to end. So we're going to see a slowdown in that. And I think that's huge. I think it's pure. I think it's right. But do I think that President Trump needs now to start maybe focusing more of his attention after he gets his Nobel? Give him a freaking Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, who thinks that might just, maybe just butter him up a little, pat him on the back, say, yeah, you did good, Trump. You ended that war that you started. Netanyahu. I would hate to be in his position, first of all. I would hate to be in his position as a man who was in charge when 1,200 people were massacred on his watch. Do I trust Netanyahu? Who does? Who trusts Netanyahu? There's something eerie about him to a lot of people. Something just doesn't, when he talks, it just doesn't seem right. He seems like, when I hear the word, and I don't like using it, but that word Zionist, the Zionist regime, we got to watch out for the Zionists, which to me means a deep state CIA kind of behind the door kind of people that do all their evil biddings in the back door and then bring them out to the front later and put a blanket on people to hold them down. I think for some reason, Netanyahu, he just, to me, strikes me as that kind of a person. And I don't trust Netanyahu at all. And that's just my opinion. I love Israel. Israel has the right to be secure in their state and where they live. But I don't trust Netanyahu. I don't know if anybody does. Agree with me or disagree, please, down below. I love Israel, and I do believe that the Lord, that our God, has ordained Israel as the promised land. He said it in the word, and I have to, and I agree with everything in that word. I don't rip a page out and say it's not true, or slash a sentence and say it's not true. If you end up doing that to the book, you're going to do it in this place, that place. You might as well rip it apart and make yourself a comic book, because it's not the same. You either trust that word, the word of God, or you don't. It's pretty simple. But with this new Trump post coming out saying the war has ended, are there many people out there that are actually going to say, bravo? Bravo. Who else could have done this? Who else could have done this? Now when will he reflect on Ukraine and Russia? Maybe he can put a little more time into that. Quit, kibitzing with Netanyahu so often and go get a real Nobel Peace Prize. And you end that Ukraine and Russia war, you're due for something real, something that was before you got there. A conflict around the world, a global conflict that's affecting everybody on the globe. Before you got there into the presidency, there was this Putin and Zelensky issue in Ukraine. The Minsk Accords were ripped up for some odd reason. Go get Putin in Ukraine to stop. Do that, President Trump, and you can get two or three. You might get 2 or 3 Nobel Peace Prize, Nobel Awards. That's what he wants. But in all honesty, I'm just very excited, very happy to know that the Israel-Iran conflict is done. It's done for now. We know that for now it's over. Will this, did this feed into something even longer term to where the Iranians are really, not going to be very happy with what went on at all? They're not thinking, oh, yay, we have peace. They're thinking, you son of a gun. You son of a gun. And they're not going to forget it. So I don't know how you're taking this, but we've got a lot to figure out before we finally, we've got a lot to chew on, a lot to think about with what just happened in Israel and Iran. But I am thankful, first of all, we can be thankful that there is going to be a ceasefire and nobody else needs to die. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought I'd break this news out there to you all because you've been asking for it. And here you go. I hope that this helps. There's actually some real news to bring you. And I want to say thank you all for watching. We love you guys. We will see you on the next one. God is good. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.